Confession time. I hooked up with my mafia boss kidnapper last night, and I'm already feeling morning sickness. I think I might be pregnant. Anyways, this video is sponsored by YN. So this look is inspired by cosplay tips. Get your biggest push-up bra. Can someone find her? Anyways, hi, welcome back. We're not talking about any book in particular today. We're gonna have fun while I work on another video that should have been out already. I'm sorry. You don't care. What the fuck? Anyways, we're gonna be talking about fan fiction. I know. Terrible conversation to have with an author who is published now. That's me. That's me. I'm published now. I know. Big deal. Clap it up. Clap it up. Thank you. Thank you. Anyways. Why are we talking about this? Well, you know, a lot of authors go from writing fan fiction to writing books. And I'm one of them. I'm one of the many that has participated in this line of events. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about it because I thought it would be fun to share some embarrassing fan fictions that I've written and then share more because I'm still writing. So originally I was a BTS fanfic writer and I had one BTS fanfiction on Wattpad because that's where I used to read all of my shit. I never went to AO3. I was scared of it. I thought it was more advanced. So I never partook in that. I did partake in Wattpad and I wrote a BTS fanfiction about I think you get kidnapped by BTS and you have to like live with them and then I think you fall in love with V, Jimin, and Yoongi. And in this fanfiction, one thing I remember specifically about this fanfiction is that you were Sans from Undertale. Right, so back then I was really obsessed with Undertale and really obsessed with San. Another confession, this one is true this time. He was like my number one fanfiction character when I was 12, so what does that say about me? It says I'm really freaking cool. Anyways, so you woke up, I think you were going to like freaking college or something. You woke up and you put on these freaking black basketball shorts and this freaking blue sweater with the fur along the trim and these like freaking like pink Adidas shoes. I thought I was cooking. I thought I was cooking so hard. And then I think you like run into Suga, Yoongi. I think you run into Yoongi and you start having a conversation with him and then he freaking kidnaps you for some reason, I guess. I don't know. I think this was like my One Direction getting sold to One Direction type story, but instead you were sold to BTS. I don't know if I could give me 1 second. How's your day going? Ah! Let's go, I'm in. Okay. Any unpublished works? No! Oh, it's gone. It's gone. Anyways, I think I only wrote like 2 chapters for it. I wrote you getting kidnapped and then you kind of having chemistry with Yoongi, and then that was it. He was my bias, so obviously he was gonna win in the end. But that was it, because I don't think it was doing well. So I stopped writing. Anyways, so there was that one, and that's how all of this started. I really wanted to write something, and I was so obsessed with BTS, so I was like, okay, yeah, I'll just do fan fiction, but that didn't work out, so I started writing long form books, and that's where Broken Pirates came into the mix. So this was my 80s phase. I had really just gotten into 80s, and instead of this generic fan fiction trope where you get kidnapped or it's like you fall in love with like a mafia boss, which I did write, but I didn't finish, which sucked because that's like my people. That's like my people. Sicily, let's go! So I wrote Broken Pirates as a book. Like, it is like a proper book that I wrote with my own characters. And they're all women. They're all women, except for one trans dude. And this other guy, but like, he's like barely in the book. So when I finished writing it, I was like, damn, this is really good. I want to share it with people. But no one's gonna read my original work. Like, that's not what people are here for. So instead, I changed all of their genders. They're all guys now, obviously. And I switched it over to 80s, which was probably not my best bet because they all are in romantic relationships with each other. So I just really had to clarify in every like note part of the book. I had to clarify that I don't actually ship these people because I don't. Anyways, let me tell you that I never expected to see the numbers I saw when I started publishing this on Wattpad because I thought it was stupid. I thought it was stupid, honestly. I am so embarrassed publishing fanfiction, but other people do it really well. I think I just don't. So the description is: Hongjun, a man who was once a great captain, now sits alone at a bar he travels to every night. After losing his crew, he no longer sails around. After losing his crew, he no longer sails around. He couldn't go alone as he hasn't recovered yet. Right? Okay. But what happens when he finds someone who hasn't been around for years? Basically, the book is about a crew of pirates who were dispersed, and the captain thinks everyone is dead. Everyone thinks everyone is dead because they haven't seen each other in like 13 years, 10? I think it's 10 years. And one day, Hongjun, who is our captain, obviously, he is he's at a bar. I just freaking said that. He's at a bar and he's like drinking, and then like a ship comes in to the port and he's like, damn, I'm gonna steal from them so that I could pay off my debt to this bar. And he gets on the ship and he finds this freaking like red gem. Do I remember what it does? No. But he finds this freaking red gem and he's like, holy shit, I just hit the jackpot. I'm gonna be rich. And then Songhwa comes out of nowhere and tries to steal it from him because he's now an assassin. And then Hongjun's freaking the fuck out because, oh my god, you're supposed to be dead. And Songhwa's like, well, I'm not. I got 87 stars in total. Apparently it's a 3-hour read. And 3,000 people read it. It has 3,000 reads, which I think is crazy because it's a garbage book. It's a garbage book. Like, I can tell you it's garbage because I wrote it. And then, because it got 3,000 reads, I wrote a second book. It's about Songhwa this time. Main character is Songhwa. And he is like, he can't sleep because of what happened in the last book. I think the last book ended with him like absorbing this freaking sea witch's powers. So he's like going insane. He can't sleep. He's having nightmares all the time. And the story is basically about, they go on this journey and they figure out that Woo-young used to be a freaking assassin. And then they go to this island. It's called Disturbia Island. And they are like trying to find this like ghost ship that has never been seen before. But on this island, there's a ghost attached to you that is from your past. Hongjun got his dad, who hung himself. Songhwa got a horse who died because he used to freaking, in his past, he used to ride freaking horses all the time. I don't know. You know, got like his mom? Yosang got his mom's multiple S. Mingi got his grandmother who tried to murder his mom while he was still in the womb because apparently Mingi's like a cursed child along the freaking bloodline or something. San got his little sister who was drowned. Woo-young got... What did Woo-young get? I don't know, actually. And I can't remember what Jungho got either. But basically the entire story is them trying to fight against these entities and live while trying to find this ghost ship. And when they finally do find the ghost ship, Hongjun is the one who finds the ghost ship. I think. I'm pretty sure he's the one who finds the ghost ship. And he goes like insane on this ghost ship. He's like missing for like 3 days and they finally find him because there's this pixie. There's like freaking pixies in the story as well. And then he eats them. But it was all a dream. It was all Songhwa's dream. And then he's like, yeah guys, we're not going to Disturbia Island. We're freaking not. We're gonna stay here actually and do nothing. So that's that story, and that one only got 1,000. 1.1k reads and 32 stars. And then there's this one, Monsters Under the Bed. Now this was my favorite book that I published. It was about, originally, it was about these two guys, one with severe depression and one with severe anger issues. And Pandora, who was the main character, he couldn't die because this like demonic entity was attached to him, and that was his depression. It was like depression personified, and it was keeping him alive no matter what, but it also tortured him every day. So he like really wanted to die, but he really couldn't. So he was working in an office, and Judas, who was the other main character, was his boss. And he like wouldn't let him take his medication, and he would just be really freaking mean to him for no reason. And one day he like went into his office to get his medication because he like really needed it. And the entity, who like no one else can see it but Pandora, was there. And then Judas came in and was like, oh my god, what the fuck are you doing here? And then he like freaking slapped him because he was like, don't you ever enter my office again. And then the entity hit him back like real hard, and they both thought he was dead. So they like dragged him back to Pandora's apartment, and that's technically where the story starts. And in the end, they fall in love. But he ends up falling in love with Pandora, and he ends up taking care of him, and they move in together like 2 chapters in, because now Judas can see the thing, and he's gonna like, oh, I'm gonna freaking torture you for life, but he's not attached to him, so he's like, Pandora technically has to be there. And that's pretty much the entire gist of it. In the end, the monster dies, and Pandora doesn't kill himself, so that's great. And then I replaced them with Hongjun and Sunghwa. So this was an interesting story, and it got 3.7k reads and 101 likes, and people are still reading it. I opened Wattpad yesterday so that I can get like a gist of what I was going to talk about today, and people are still reading it. I had like 20 notifications that people were liking and reading and saving this story. Why? It's nothing interesting. So anyways, that's how I started incorporating my books into my actual fan fiction stuff. And then I was like, damn, this is really boring. I really want to write like a full-length proper book without making it 80s. So I did that. I've done many of those. Thank God. But then I have started writing fanfiction again. Really embarrassing thing to admit, but it's fun. I'm taking not commission. I'm not making money off of this. I'm taking suggestions. And it's on Tumblr. And right now we're doing Stray Kids. And and it's not my best work. I'm telling you now, it is not my best work, and it never will be my best work, but it has 7 freaking chapters for something I thought was going to be like a two chapter thing minimum. But right now we're on chapter 5. We, as in me and my friend. I'm not going to name them because that'd be embarrassing. No, that would be rude. But we have like a joint account, and she runs the entire account while I just write it. And right now we're working on by me for Stray Kids, and it's Bang-chan, and it's, let me read the freaking description for you. Being the manager of Enhypen, you met, oh my god, I can't read. Being the manager of Enhypen, you meet many different idols in many different places, but you never thought meeting the leader of Stray Kids at a party would end like this. Your story should have never led to this, but with a few drinks in your system and a one-night stand, you two have trapped yourselves in an unforgiving cycle. Who knew he would be so tempting? But who could blame you? Bang-chan has always been pretty and blonde. And it's like enemies to lovers to friends with benefits or something like that. And basically the gist of the story is you're pregnant. This was a request, so I'm not writing it for my own enjoyment. But yeah. If you are watching this and you do want to go and read it, if you are homophobic, transphobic, racist, just hateful in any way, under 18, or love the use of AI, you can fuck off and die, I guess. Okay, not if you're like under 18, but everything else, yeah, sure. Now for the other ones. So we have Matt Murdock! Yay! I love Daredevil. I love Daredevil Reborn. I love Frank Castle, and I love Matt Murdock. This is really just like nothing. This is just like freaking fun. Cause this one wasn't a request. I was just like, yeah, okay, sure. And it's Matt Murdock X model reader. Femme. You're a femme. And why is he dating a model? I don't know. It's Matt Murdock. He can like pull anyone, I guess. And it's based on 2 Hozier songs, Dinner and Diatribes and Moment Silence. And if you know those songs, you basically know what this story is about. It's called Nights Too Long. It's not done yet, but it's like really close to being done. And it's basically just about you going to this model event and you invite Matt and Frank. And Matt doesn't want to go because he hates these big model events. So you invite him and he finally agrees to go, and Frank is just there to be moral support, I guess. And basically the entire story, it is smut with plot. I don't know why I decided to write this. I was just really interested in writing a story that was Hozier songs, and these were the 2 Hozier songs I decided to go with. And Matt Murdock was my victim, and he is just obsessed with you. He's just obsessed with you. And I think the entire story is you to make a bet, because he's not having fun at this event because he's kind of just sitting there in the corner. You two make a bet. If he can get 5 new clients from this specific event, I don't know if that's how lawyer stuff works because I'm not a lawyer. That's what he's doing. So he gets like 5 lawyers. No, he gets 5 victims, I guess. And once he does that, right? I don't know. That's what that's about. Basically, it's not done yet, but it's going to be done soon, and then we can post it. So that's what I have right now for fan fictions. And that's all I probably will have for a long time because I have like a lot of work I need to do on these. But if you guys have any suggestions, I will totally take them. Oh, requests! They're freaking requests, bro. Oh my god, I'm stupid. Anyways, if you guys have any requests, I'll take them. You can put them in the description. No, you can put them in the comments, I guess, or you can go to the Tumblr page, I guess, because I have like I don't mind writing for people. It's fun. It's fun. I have a request I'm working on right now for one of people I know, and it's cowboys. I'm having so much fun with this. Anyways, that's basically all I have to talk about. This was more just like a friggin' ramble video than anything, but it was fun. If I ever get bored again, I might start posting on AO3 because I think... Don't listen to her. AO3 is like a great place to post fanfictions if I really want to get people to read them, I guess. But, you know, that's like trouble for a different day, I guess. But that's basically it. I had a lot of fun filming this, actually. This was like not boring. I'm not bored. But I did promise that I would be in a different setting next time. and I'm sorry that I'm not. But next time. I swear. I think we're gonna be making cookies for, I was looking for tissue paper yesterday and I just found it. Anyways, I think we're gonna be making cookies for one of my books because they're like a baker in that book. And then I can talk about it with you in my kitchen and make cookies. And I'm so excited. That's basically it. That's all I have to talk about. If you do want the Wattpad account, tell me and I'll give it to you. It's an embarrassing username, so I might not actually. But if you just look up like Kings for a Day or Broken Pirates or Monsters Under the Bed, you will probably find it. I think Broken Pirates is like number 22 in AT stories, so you might be able to find it. But that's it! We're chill! I'm chilling! Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna walk off now. You guys want my address? You guys want my freaking address, bro? Okay, goodbye.